Welcome to the next piece of our virtual tour of the weather.gov/BTV website. We're going to cover the Forecasts tab next. If you simply click the Forecast tab, it'll just take you right back to the home page. The first item here is the forecast discussion. It will take you to the most recent version of our area forecast discussion issued by us here based on our recent adjustments to this product. First highlighted is the aspect of the forecast that's changed in the recent part of the update as of 2:06 p.m. The key messages, just a broad overview of the main weather concerns, and then the discussion is the science piece of this information. The aviation discussion for our TAFs are highlighted next. General outlooks, pieces of climate information, any of our ongoing equipment woes, any of our ongoing watches and warnings and advisories for our different zones are all available on this forecast discussion. And this is the spot where you go if you want to get a sense of why we forecast what we forecast, or what things we might be observing in the near term, like a nowcast. The aviation forecast will take you to this page that lets you see what the aviation forecasts are for our terminals. If you are in general aviation, and if you're a pilot just looking for a quick rundown of the impacts across our region, you can highlight each different area. You can click them to bore down and look at the visibility, the ceiling, and the cloud cover, and what might be causing some impacts across the region, and you can compare it against the forecast. You can look through the observations. You can click through each individual site and look through the most recent TAFs. You can even hop through older TAFs. That'll take you to a web page with a text product. You can click for the 5-minute ASOS data, although this one looks to be having issues, at least today. You can get a sense for what the winds are like aloft. Aloft, there is this site that provides the vertical wind profile from our radar. And you can also find our discussion that's pulled out here, the current conditions, which will just show radar, satellite, and weather information, and the latest on our snow and ice as well. If we come next to the tropical page, this will bring you, just like the current hazards page, this will bring you just right here to the exact same spot. The map view here, this is an old product that lets you look through gridded information hour by hour. So you can stick with this daily view, or you can always switch to the hourly view if you want to really go down into the nitty-gritty detail. And you can hover over each of these different pieces to see what the latest forecast is on a map. You can switch to all kinds of different things. You can pan to different weather service offices by clicking each of the different arrows, and it'll take you to each different spot. If we come back to our main web page, if you click the hourly view, you may have seen this in our previous tour, where you can click a spot and it will automatically pull up the hourly weather forecast graph, which will show all of our gridded weather forecasts hour by hour, and what those features look like. So you can look at the real specifics, the nitty-gritty, like down to even just the 1% whole number rounded precipitation potential is for the region, how much snow is expected within that, etc., etc. You can even change to look through like the digital or the tabular, or you can just pull up the text product for the next several days by clicking these different options on the pull-down menu. Next up, if we take a look through the recreational forecast page, this will take us to the recreation forecast for Lake Champlain. You can also click the graphical lake forecast to look at the wind speed and direction and the wave height. Of course, right now the lake is practically 99% ice covered, so you're not going to find waves here, but in the summertime you'll find the waves plotted based on the Great Lakes wave model. And of course, you can also find the point forecast where you can zoom in on specific parts of the lake, click it, and get the specifics for the winds and the wave heights in that area as well. Next up, if you were to highlight the fire weather forecast, there's all kinds of information related to the fire weather danger for Vermont and New York. There is seasonal data that's provided as well. There are several predictive services that highlight different aspects of the fire weather season, fire weather incidents, drought, the evaporative demand drought index, features like if you're looking for information on flash droughts, all kinds of other drought monitoring information, and regional precipitation data. There are a lot of links in here. You could probably spend a couple hours clicking through each and every site here, but if you are a fire weather partner, this is a good page to get to know. The next up is, again, specifically for fire weather partners, say like Green Mountain National Forest, requesting spot forecast. If you are in incident, a distance support person that we issue those forecasts through, you can find that information there. That would be most relevant to people like Green Mountain National Forest. Avalanche weather information. This is an automated page that is experimental only. It covers the forecasts for our different regions. Clicking each will bring up the graphical forecast of temperature, wind, snow, liquid precipitation, cloud cover. It will have a tabular forecast that is automatically produced from the weather forecast we provide in tabular form. If we have any alerts, we'll have them posted here. This is an overview as well of the different mountain locations that you can click on the map, from Smuggler's Notch to Mount Marcy, Mount Calden, Algonquin, etc., etc. You can click on all of these different areas, or you can hop over to avalanche.org to find the latest information. If you zoom, you can find the closest agency in our area that does any avalanche forecasting is, of course, Mount Washington. So that's a quick overview of that. And then last but not least, air quality forecasts are provided through airnow.gov. This will take you to this new page that's fairly recent here that will have a variety of different tabs like the bias corrected ozone, or you can click through other elements like you can look through near surface smoke, you could look through dust, or just click through the BM 2.5 or the bias correct data and look through the information here as well. Sometimes our air quality can be bad in winter due to wood burning and an Arctic inversion in place, so if you're concerned about air quality, this is the place to go. Looking through that, you can even click the arrow keys on your keyboard to quickly go through each of the different hours in the forecast, and it looks like you can go back to the forecast 1 week in time to take a look at the forecast information from there. So that one's a relatively new one, so if you're not aware, that's a great way to quickly look through smoke and dust data, or PM 2.5, on our webpage. And that covers it for the forecast tab. Thanks for joining us on this part of the tour. The next, we're going to take a dive into the river and lake forecasts.